Gia.
Oh, hello. I don't see
Hello.
you. Should I? Oh, because you. Oh, yeah, we do the camera off. I forgot about this stuff.
Yeah, I
Okay,
turned
here I
off the
go.
camera. Okay, Gia.
Okay. There, now I'm gone.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay. Oh, your sound just got better. What'd you do?
Not, I don't know, but try not to get distracted by it because it seemed like it worked out fine last time.
Well, it's better so far than it was. It was
Okay,
doing, maybe it was your internet connection or something being wonky. I don't know.
maybe, maybe.
But it all sounded fine. What the fuck's this
Yes.
I'm gonna put on? Upload service. Uploading. What are you uploading?
Yeah, try to ignore that too, please.
Is that part of this?
Yeah, it's doing it on my end too, and I don't know why it uploads before we're even finished, but it does, okay?
Okay, and now your sound just got weird.
Try to ignore it, please, Gia. Oh, people, we're trying this new platform because Podbean was not working out for us.
Oh, are we already on? I thought you were cutting all this out.
Well, I'll try, but sometimes it's hard to know where the nonsense ends and the podcast begins.
Okay, I'll try it again. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Gia.
Hey, Keisha. Oh, goodness. We're coming
I
to you
know.
from this holiday Monday. That's how dedicated we are on holiday.
Yes, on Memorial Day.
Yeah, yeah, which I don't know what you're supposed to say. Like, you get online and people are all like, you say Happy Memorial Day because, so
Right, right.
it's I guess it's a day of gratitude. We have
It's
gratitude for
gratitude, yeah, reflection, sure.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
anyway, so but
yeah.
what do you say? Like have a somber,
Yeah. Yeah,
it's like
I don't know. It seems
I
like
don't know.
you shouldn't say anything, I guess,
I'm just gonna
right?
stay inside the rest of the day so I don't run into anybody and have to figure out what to say.
Okay. Okay. Good plan.
Is that a good plan? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That should be your strategy just generally.
Just stay inside, steer
Yeah.
clear of humanity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Avoid interactions.
All right. All right. I'm down
Okay.
with that.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Friday when we had a
Mhm.
fresh hospital, and then
Mhm.
today we watched the
Mhm.
rerun, and
Mhm.
I guess we can talk about that. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, I didn't know if we would have much to say about that. Sometimes the reruns, like I don't generally have the patience to sit through an old episode. Um,
right. I know
but
I
that
wouldn't
one
have, but you told
I
me I had to,
insisted.
so I did.
I
Otherwise, I
insisted.
might have been doing something productive, but whatever. I'm dedicated to this.
Yeah, you are. We're professionals.
Yeah.
Well, it did seem like that episode hit a lot of the things that are sort of going on right now. You know.
Yeah, and it was from just apparently last October. It was a Halloweeny sort of vibe. There were a lot
Yeah,
of gourds,
a lot of gourds, right, right, yeah.
pumpkins and things.
Mhm. Yeah, it showed, I guess, in a way how far we've come. Like it seemed like Emma, for instance, had sort of grown up quite a bit since that episode.
It was worth rewatching just for that one line of Emma's where she and Britt are having words in front of
Mhm.
Dalton, like sort
Mhm.
of
Yeah.
vibing on their shared hatred of one another, and she says,
Mhm.
care factor 0." And I remember liking it at the time, and I
Yeah.
wanted to work that into sort of my lexicon,
That's
but I didn't, you
you
know,
did. Now you can
and
again.
now I can try it again. I might have to write it down, but
That's
it
gonna
was
lose
such a
some of the zing, I think.
I know I have to look
Hold
stuff out.
on.
Like,
Hold on for a
hang on,
sec.
I've got a good comeback for
Gotta find it
Care
on my
Factor
phone. I
0.
saved it. Mm.
Anyway, so that was worth it. But yeah, and I don't even remember like at that point if she and Gio were a couple yet.
Right, I think they were sort of starting out. Yeah, it's like this was when they were
Yeah.
in the midst of their friendship. Yeah.
and he was still, Gia was still not, allowing the Quartermaines to, or he was just not accepting the Quartermaines as his family yet.
He was working on
Eh,
that, yeah. Mhm.
yeah, and of course we had Ronnie, and I'd forgotten all about
Mhm.
Ronnie's existence, and she
Mhm.
annoyed me afresh, anew.
Well, it reminded me also that we haven't had many of those like big family scenes, in a while.
Right, with everybody and Ned and Olivia
Yeah,
storming in,
yeah.
everybody storming in. And,
Mhm.
I realized how much I'm enjoying Drew now as
Silent
opposed.
Drew. Yeah.
Yes. I'd
Mhm.
forgotten about his voice. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. His sort of overbearing presence.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I also realized we had Jordan and,
Mhm.
Curtis sort
Mhm.
of on the precipice of becoming a real couple. And
Mhm.
she had spilled the beans about Portia's pregnancy to Curtis,
Mhm. Yeah.
and, Portia hadn't even revealed to Curtis yet that he might not be the father, and
Right.
I don't
Right.
know. I guess what I realized was that Curtis and Jordan were unlikable even that far back.
That was what I got from that. Yeah. Yeah, looking back now when you just looking at Curtis's face in those scenes, I was like, God, you are some smug jerk.
Yeah, I don't know. It was sort of, I mean, maybe we're like our dislike of that character is being retroactive now looking back,
Yeah, I
and
think a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
but I wasn't liking Jordan in it either, really. I don't
No,
know.
I wasn't either. I know.
I feel like they've done such a disservice to those two characters.
Mhm. Yeah. I agree, Gia.
Anyway, so that was today's rerun. We kind of
Mhm.
went backwards, but
Mhm.
what happened
Yeah.
on Friday? Did you take your notes?
I took my notes, Gia. I sure did.
All right.
So okay, we started off with our current favorite mother-daughter couple, Nina and Willow.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh,
And
sorry.
Nina, oh gosh, it's only 3:12, Gia. And you're
I know
fading.
I'm catching up from a long weekend, and then I worked a couple hours in the hot sun. I don't know what the
Oh,
temperature is there,
wow.
but it's like 90 here, and
It's beautiful here right now.
I mean it's nice actually. It's still nice, but
Mhm.
anyway, it's
Yeah,
hot.
we had a real downpour like this morning, and then it sort of gave way to a lovely sunny day. So can't
Oh, well,
complain.
lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But so Nina and Willow, I think one of the things I love about them is that Nina is still so desperate, so desperate to hold on to Willow's love, and make something of this relationship. And Willow, I don't know, it's starting to seem like she's like suffocating and like is trying to like wriggle free of this relationship.
I don't know if I sense that as much as you do. Um, I mean, I
Yeah.
think she's exasperated with Nina at
Yeah.
points. And
Mhm.
and Nina is exasperating, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
legit. But like when
Mhm.
they were talking about when Nina was praising Willow, which
Mhm.
she does constantly and excessively,
Mhm. Yeah.
about her how much she's done as a congresswoman, and
Mhm.
Willow was just kind of talking about how much she's enjoying being able to do these things. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know, that felt like kind of a real conversation, and that she might
Yeah.
be getting something from having her mother, praise her and support her.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if I see Willow as completely, like, I don't think she's totally using Nina. I think she's like I think there's a bond there, a weird one, but
All right. All right. You've got a nice positive attitude, and that's that's wonderful. That's good.
well, I mean,
That's good.
they're both very twisted, obviously. They're both
Yeah. Yeah.
such
That's the
damaged
thing.
goods. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And I think maybe it's more that Willow's frustration isn't that she's suffocating, but maybe it's that she knows she can't really control Nina and how Nina's going to behave, and that's what's a bit worrisome, because Nina is such a loose cannon in a way,
She's a wild card, yeah, and her
Yeah,
behavior at the end of the episode is, yeah, that's
yeah,
gonna be,
proof of
yeah.
that. Yeah. So yeah, that's difficult. That
It's
makes
it
it all very stressful for
it's a
Willow.
tricky person to have hitched your wagon to for sure.
Yes, definitely. And at the same time, Nina's the only person who's, well, I guess she's not super reliable as far as what Willow wants, but she's the most trustworthy person, I guess, in Willow's entire circle of people.
She's the only one who knows everything that's going on that still loves her. Like
Yeah. Yes.
Sidwell
Right.
knows
Right.
what Willow has done and what Willow is doing, but Sidwell is totally in it for Sidwell. He doesn't care
Yeah.
about,
Hmm.
Willow one way or the other. And I mean,
Right.
what an amazing feeling to have this mother know that
Yeah.
you're an attempted murderess,
Hmm.
and you're continuing to drug your husband, and she's
Hmm.
like, that's acceptance, baby. I mean,
It is.
that's
Yeah. Hmm.
that's above and beyond. I
Yeah.
like to
And I
think Willow appreciates that a little bit.
Oh, well, okay, okay. And as far as the like doing good things as a congresswoman, it reminded me of like all the political ads that you see on TV these days, where they sort of brag about the things they've done, like supporting people with diabetes and stuff. That's one of the ads we've got up here, and I think,
Yeah.
well, should it really be that hard to support people with diabetes? I mean, some of this stuff is like, I don't think they deserve a pat on the back for doing good things, when
Or
they're in a
just
position to do good
things.
things. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
What's this
anyway,
supporting people with diabetes about up in Maine? Are you having an epidemic or something?
well, probably. I'm sure there's a ton of diabetes up here. I just like it was an ad for Susan Collins, like she approved some like
Uh,
funding or something, and it's like, yeah. But meanwhile, anyway, uh, that's the sort of thing
okay.
that you would hope your Congress people would be doing for you,
Would be genuine. I've noticed in
Mhm.
myself when I'm speaking to people and they mention something about diabetes and I ask if the person has type 1 or type 2 and they don't really
Mhm.
even understand that there are two types, I'm
Yeah.
immediately like filled with fury.
Yeah, yeah, there's a real lack of education from their medical professionals, I think.
And I don't
Um,
know why that bothers me a lot, but it does.
yeah.
It's a failing on my part.
No, that kind of thing bothers me a lot too. When I hear people describe their health problems, and I ask if their doctor has talked about diet at all, and they say no. I think, wow, like like diet doesn't play a part in anything. I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't think I've ever had any doctor ask me about my diet. I offer it up, like,
Yeah,
don't you
yeah.
want to know how, whether I'm
Hmm.
like they don't. I think they're jaded. I think they don't think any human behavior
Yeah.
is ever going to change, and
Well, and
they
maybe that's a fair point.
they may be right. But I
Yeah.
right now I'm working very hard with the barley and almond cure for the cholesterol.
Oh, you are?
So
Okay. Okay, good.
so we'll see what happens there. It's
Mhm.
a medicinal approach to eating. Anyway,
Mhm.
I lost the thread. Oh yeah, the bare minimum. Yeah, okay. But
Mhm.
and I don't know. I'm not defending Willow in any way because you know she's
Yeah.
psychotic or something. I don't know. She's
Mhm.
damaged. But I
Mhm.
do think that there's something in her that wants to do these good things. Like, I don't know. Like, I still think that, like, back when she was the teacher that I admired, I feel like those,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
were good impulses in this
Yeah,
strange,
that's true.
damaged person.
Yeah, I feel like yes, she did have those sort of genuine impulses before, and then I don't know. I feel like she got so far off track now when she talks like the Willow of Days Gone By. It kind of feels like it's sort of Like she knows how she's supposed to sound, if she wants to.
You think it's just a snow job? You don't think that's genuine?
Or she doesn't even know it's not genuine anymore. I feel like she's just
Yeah.
like, she's sort of unmoored from her sort of,
Yeah, you may be
I don't
right.
know.
I mean, she
But
certainly lost any sort of moral high ground with her actions, you know.
I think so. But, I guess that doesn't mean she can't do good things. So that's where it's
Yeah.
complicated, you know.
And you can't even, you know, that like thing where people say like, well, we don't want to define people by their worst
Right.
moment.
Right.
And it's like, well, but her worst moment is ongoing. It's moving
Yeah.
forward. She's still
Mhm.
in her worst moment, you know, like
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
continuing to drug someone.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So it's not
Two
like she had
people.
yeah, yeah, two people. Yeah, so it's not like she had the one bad impulse.
Right. Right.
I mean, it's all
Yeah.
cover up from but it's like, well, those are
Yeah.
pretty diabolical things that she's doing.
Yeah. A little bit.
So
Yeah.
anyway, but again, I mean, I'm just going to end with she looks fabulous.
And maybe that's as important as anything,
I
really.
mean, she's rocking the pantsuit look, and
Yeah.
it's like she's just coming to her own fashion wise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Then we had Cullum paying a visit to Jack, and really not a great visitor, I don't think, when you're feeling poorly.
Yeah, and telling him about how nice it was to not have him at the office, and you know
No, I
how
know.
great it is to be running the show all on his own, and yeah,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
and knowing now, like by the end of the episode, we know that Jack's got more going than he was
Hmm.
letting on, so that must have
Hmm.
been really hard for him to be just taking it.
Yeah, yeah. But did it seem like Cullum, when Cullum mentioned that he was going to be going to Turning Woods, that Cullum was sort of willing to just let him sort of fade into oblivion someplace? Like he didn't have plans for like murdering him.
To murder him, I don't
Like,
think so, but if he knows that he's got you know,
well,
some
yeah,
capacity now, he will be. Yeah, but it
right,
sounded like
right.
he was willing to let him rot, you know,
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
facility.
Uh-huh. And that brings me to my next question. Do we like I know
Do we
Sid.
want t-shirts that say Turning Woods? Yes.
Yeah, yes. Okay. um Willow told Sidwell about the whole like injection fiasco, right? How Nina, or
Yeah,
how
but did
she
she
didn't mention
reveal that?
Nina,
Yeah, she didn't mention Nina, but yes. So,
but
right.
Sidwell did
Sidwell
share that
knows that this
information.
happened.
Didn't he share that with Cullum or no? I couldn't remember.
Oh, that's a good question. He should
It
have,
appeared
but
he
it
should
doesn't
have.
seem, but it didn't
Right.
seem like Cullen. I don't, that wasn't even in my head when I was watching that scene. That's how bad I am at this like strategery kind of stuff.
Well, and
Um,
our memories just continue to disappoint because he did seem suspicious of Nina, sort of, but not for the reasons that he should have been suspicious.
right. Like if he'd known. Yeah, I think you're right. And I wonder, is that like, are Sidwell and Cullum not really as deeply in cahoots as we would have thought? Like, are they just
Maybe
kind of on
not.
their own paths in what they're doing here?
Right. Maybe they sort of have some mutual goals, but they're not really partners in any other
Yeah.
sense, I guess. I don't
But yeah,
know.
that's a good point. I didn't seem like Cullum knew what had happened there. Or he would, because he
Yeah.
would have been all on board with like continuing to inject him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
Although
Yeah.
he
And
probably would have been for the more expedient, just like kill him off rather than,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Although, yeah, I mean, this way he doesn't have to take the fall for it. Like if Nina's the one sort of,
yeah.
manning the syringe, he could just let her do the damage. Do you think like now, like if Jack is sort of coming out of this, like it seems like they can't be monitoring his vitals very closely, right?
If they would, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know. Like, would any of your vitals change if you were no longer locked in per se, like would your blood pressure change? Or like what is it when they're checking your vitals? What are they listening to your heartbeat and they're checking your blood pressure and what else would they check? Your
Yeah,
heart rate? Like
yeah.
maybe those things wouldn't change if you're just lying there and not talking
Well, I don't know. I mean, they were acting like his prognosis was quite poor as of a day or two.
initially, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you'd think they would be monitoring him constantly. I mean, I don't know for sure. This is uncharted terrain, but it seems like they'd be monitoring all kinds of stuff, like his oxygen level and stuff like that too.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah. I was
brain
also wondering
activity.
about the delivery method of the syringe. Like it seemed like she was in the case of Drew also like that they were going to put the drug into the IV, put it in the
Right,
port.
right. Yeah.
When his
Mm-hmm.
initial dosage was, do you call that subcutaneous?
When you stab somebody in the back,
Or
I
is that
suppose.
just, or is that, what is it? Like it can either be in a vein or it can be like in your fat or in your flesh.
Yeah, right. Some things are supposed to go right into like your muscle, aren't they, or
But
something?
there would be anyway, there'd be a different effect, right? If it's
Yeah.
dripping through you in a port. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
anyway, I was wondering if Nina should have maybe just stabbed him somewhere. And I was also thinking about them detecting this drug. Like,
Right.
I guess if they're not suspicious of anything, they wouldn't be testing for things. But
Mm-hmm.
I felt like we needed a conversation about the delivery method.
That's right, because it is a medical drama, and those details matter.
Yeah, because if the somebody comes in and finds her messing with a port on his hand or wherever it
Yeah.
was,
Mm-hmm.
it looks a little more suspicious than if she's just cleverly, you know, injecting him like sort of under her jacket lapel, like, just sort of like standing there and like she could cleanly move away. I mean, she could
Yeah.
never get it done anyway because she's too
No,
like,
no, and I think it would have been impossible for her to even consider like physically pushing a needle into his body.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'd have a hard time with that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless he made me
Um,
really mad.
Noted.
Anyway, I think I'm probably getting tripped up on the wrong details here, but so she
Well,
brought the plant and I liked that she put the plant where he could see it. So I
yeah,
was like, that's
that was
considerate.
thoughtful. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because you got to
And
be
she
really bored if you're locked in and you're just like,
yeah, yeah, and she does seem like she cares about him, I guess.
yeah, I
Whatever
think they're going to be our
that means.
next weird
Yeah.
couple.
Yeah, I agree. Um, because they've got a lot going for them.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
Um,
maybe he'll be on the ball after this. Now that he's kind of he's had his eyes opened about a lot of different things.
that's true. Yeah, he's a new man.
Yeah, he might be a new man, and he might be uh he may be a little bit hardened by being dropped by Carly for
Mhm.
Valentine and
Mhm.
then I don't know. Like I just feel like maybe he'll be a little sharper, maybe he'll be a little more with it and his
Mhm.
spidey senses will like come back to him or something if he ever had them.
Right, right, right. Yeah. And it's probably a nice little boost to his ego to see a woman like Nina sort of sniffing around him.
Yeah, yeah, right. Especially after a little being dumped like he
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
unceremoniously. Yeah.
Right. So that's cute. It's adorable.
Speaking of couples, we've had
Mhm.
a little bit of a discussion online about, how I was ranting and raving about Sonny and Justine as a
Yes. Mhm.
unbelievable and unlikable couple due to the age difference. That seems to be my main
Mhm.
hang up. And it was
Mhm.
brought to my attention that in real life, Sidwell and Justine, not their real
Right.
names, but
Right.
are a married couple, I think, with children even, and
Yes.
that the man that plays Sidwell is actually a couple of years Sonny's senior in real life.
Yeah, he does look like he's older than Sunny. So yeah. So she has a type apparently.
Yeah, well, and I was just thinking, I don't know, but I still find like Sidwell, the character of Sidwell feels more vital and lively than Sunny at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe it's all
Maybe,
that hopping around and his like
yeah.
arch way of speaking, and
Right, right. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, he might put a little more effort into things than Sonny.
Sonny
Sonny,
just
like
feels
you
like he's
said,
moving into weird old manhood as a
yeah.
character. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And he was the one who lost the bet and had to wear the blue blazer today. So or
Oh, I
Friday.
knew. Like, I think
Yeah.
it is it a holiday affair, like a holiday blazer? Like, is it Labor Day, Memorial Day, and like,
I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not a good looking blazer, I don't think.
yeah, it's your least favorite. Do you think it would look better
It
with a
is.
white shirt under it? Maybe it's the black and blue thing that.
It might look a little better, but it still looks like it's a poor quality sort of a material.
Do you think it's from the what is the store you're always making fun of that sells like two
The
suits
men's
at a time?
warehouse or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you got a pair of slacks for free.
Yeah, yeah, for a minute. I had to order new Crocs. This is slightly off topic, but
Slightly.
my absolute favorite pair of Croc sandals,
Oh yeah.
finally, like one of the little strappies just snapped. I was bent down doing
Oh,
something, and I'm like, it's such a shame because the whole sole is really good and strong, and I'm like,
uh-huh.
could some really strong glue help me here? But the strap is an integral part of keeping it secure on my
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah.
And of
Yeah.
course, they don't make that style anymore, so I'm
Oh,
trying
that's
trying a
devastating.
different style. I know. But
Yeah.
they're like one of the comfiest sandals I've ever had.
And
It's like
FYI,
wearing a big
people,
tire on your foot. What? Huh?
uh, yes, like a big tire. Uh,
This
well, now
episode
you
brought to you by Crocs, but no. Um,
like wearing a big tire on your foot. I was gonna say they don't look like big tires, but just for anybody who had a vision of like the classic Croc, these are sort
no,
of
no, they're
much
like a
more
sandal.
elegant
They're
looking.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're a sandal, but they are made out of the Croc kind of rubbery material, and they're
Hmm.
very cushy. So I didn't like what I got as well, but we'll see if it's as comfortable because I've got to
Okay.
have a you got to have a durable sandal, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Sure. Sure, you
Why
do.
do why do companies get rid of I find this with my running shoes as well. I'll be like, "Oh, this is my favorite." And then the next
Yeah.
time you go to
They're
order new,
gone.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
gone.
I don't know. I don't
They're
know
always
either.
on to newer and better, or what they think is better, and it's not.
Mm-hmm. I
Do I
know.
sound like an
We're
old
all,
lady?
yeah, we're very, very sorry.
Okay, thanks. Have a moment for my Crocs.
Mhm.
I might try a little Gorilla Glue action just to see what happens. I'll probably have a Croc like glued to my foot now permanently.
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. That would be better.
That's how
That
we
would
lost
not.
it.
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
have actual classic Crocs that were also I wore like until I wore them out. They were my mom's, and then I wore them until their death.
hmm. Okay. Well,
So I'm not
you
above
have.
wearing the. I didn't
Okay.
have any of the little jewels or anything though.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes it better, I guess. Oh boy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm done with talking about. I just thought, isn't it interesting? I wouldn't have realized that the Sidwell character was actually a little. I mean, the person was a little older than Sunny, but just a
Hmm.
couple of years. Wasn't any
Hmm. Yeah.
big whoop. But
Okay. All right,
so
Jackie.
whatever, more power to the May December romance. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. There's plenty of room for those romances, but yeah, I think it's just sort of the two characters involved that we object to.
yeah, it's just this not working in this case, and I think a lot of people
Yeah.
agree with us there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, back to
So
Friday. What else did we have? We
yeah.
had a lot of Britt and Rocco and
Yeah,
that.
and all the players involved with the
Yeah,
Rocco situation. Yeah.
yeah. And didn't I
Um,
make a prediction that?
you
Don't you want to say
did.
something?
I did. I was gonna start this episode with that, but then you
I hijacked it with a lot of
yeah.
like complaining about your
Yeah.
voice and
So So I became less and less inclined to say something nice about you.
Well, if it makes you feel better,
Exactly.
your sound is still weird. You still have like a weird sort of echoey thing going on, and I'm not even bringing it up. I'm just letting it go. I'm just letting it slide off me like a duck.
Thanks. Okay. This is going to be really hard then to say that you were right. You were
I
right, Tia.
was. We've got a Brit Rocco caper on
Yeah,
deck.
yeah. We'll see how far they get. I mean, there's got to be an APB out on them immediately, I would think. Although, yeah, I mean, even like Laura and Sunny are somewhat in the loop now. They don't really know
Right.
exactly why Rocco needs to
Why?
be whisked away,
Yeah.
but and I don't know. I mean, maybe Sunny could put it together. Laura was a little disappointing in how far off she was, I thought. But how could she know? How could she know that
And
Rocco
I
was
hated
involved?
that sort of classic soap thing they did with the conversation between Laura and Lulu, where it seems like Laura at first is disapproving, and then of
Yeah.
course what she really means is she completely approves of whatever Lulu decides. And it's
Yes.
like
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
also didn't like Laura's outfit.
No. No. It didn't.
That weird, it's like tie. Is it a tie? Is it a scarf? What are we
Yeah.
doing there?
That's a big. That's a big. Yeah. That wasn't a good look. I don't. A good choice.
Sort of like a AC/DC inspired, but not really working that well.
No. Right. Yeah, it's too bad. But anywho, so yeah, we also had Elizabeth and Felicia were in conversation, but then they got kind of interrupted when Elizabeth spotted Rocco rushing towards Britt's office. Um, and then this was also a little bit curious to me. Willow went in search of Felicia so she could tell her
That she
about
talked to France.
that she called France, yeah,
I called
and
France. I spoke with
yeah.
France.
I said, "Bonjour, France." Um, but it seemed like since Laura, and this is a small point, but Laura was the one who requested this favor, and it seemed like she should have gone to Laura with the
I
results.
know. I mean, I know Felicia is Anna's friend also, but yeah, it was an odd. Yeah, like it seemed like she should have told that information to Laura, and then Laura could have conveyed that to
Yeah,
Felicia.
yeah. So
Yeah, it
I
was
don't
a little
know.
weird.
I mean, of course, Laura was otherwise occupied with the whole Lulu Rocco thing.
Do you
And also,
think that indicated that Anna is going to be back at some point? It sounded like they were clearing the path for Anna being released at some point or something. Like they were clearing like
right,
there are no longer charges against her. She's no
yeah,
longer going to be in the
mhm,
high security
right,
facility.
right. Yeah. Well, I wondered, like, if Sidwell and Cullum hear any of this, which they would if they're monitoring Anna. Would they? I don't think they would have allowed this to happen. But if it happened without their sort of, being able to do anything about it, it seems like somehow they're going to try. I would think to make sure Anna
Just
can't
yeah.
can't make it out of this. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought maybe, oh, hooray, we'll get Anna back. Oh, speaking of which, have you seen
Yeah.
the headlines that we're going to be losing Christina or this
I
actor?
did. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
saw that today. Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to wonder, like, are we going to lose that? Like, is that character going to go somewhere? Or are we going to get a
Right.
recast or some combination of that? Like, they like to have somebody go away and then bring back a
Mhm.
new actor.
Right.
Um, was it
Yeah.
Friday when we had she and
Molly.
Molly going to the gynecologist together? That was sweet.
Yeah. Yes, that was Friday also. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, God, are they going to do something terrible to her, to that character? But we'll see, I guess. When in what I read, they'd already filmed her last scenes, but I don't know what her last
Oh.
show date will be.
Do you want to
Um,
make a prediction of any kind about how they might wrap up her storyline or disappear her for a little bit or what? Do you want to make any sort of calls on that?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Do you?
Well, I think it's sort of odd. I'm thinking like, so she just reopened Charlie's, she has that supposedly
Exactly.
going on.
Yeah.
So that seems a little
Yeah.
weird.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm wondering if it will be, could it be some love interest? Like, well, what's her name? Is it Star?
Blaze, probably.
Blaze. Um,
Yeah.
will Blaze like suddenly call her from her tour and say, I realized that you were the love of my life, and they'll go off together or something like that? Or,
Or will
would
she
would
get
it would it be something big, or would it be would she be wrapped up in some nefarious, like pikeman like Sidwell-y sort of thing?
right, right. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe she'll get caught in the crossfire or something, since they're more determined than ever to get rid
Oh
of Sidwell.
goodness, I do hope they don't have literal crossfire, and I just
Right.
for Alexis, oh my God, to lose another, that would
Yeah.
be too much. So I hope they are not killing off that character, because
Right.
I feel like they've let this Christina sort of wax and wane as far as what they've
Hmm.
done with her.
Yeah.
Um, but it can be a very viable character, and it's sort of a shame
Hmm.
to lose the whole character. So I hope that's not going to happen.
Right. Me too.
And I actually like this actor a lot too. I think she's done a good job
Yeah. It's an annoying character, I think, but yeah, she has done a good job.
being annoying.
Yes. Thank you. Exactly. Let's see. So
Or
yeah,
could
okay.
it,
So the,
what else could happen is um, they never, like, Molly never found out that Christina um, was the one that cut the brakes on the car that her father was driving.
right, right.
There could be something with that big reveal that would bust up like they have Molly and Christina being so tight right now, like maybe they're gonna bust
So
up that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like maybe
yeah,
have
and
that happen and Christina would have to leave or something. I don't know, but
well, yeah. So there was the brake lines, and she was one of the partners in crime
oh,
of
holding it right, holding him in
yeah,
the basement. But I mean,
yeah,
that was beneficial. Everybody's come to realize that was beneficial.
yeah. He couldn't be lovelier now.
Yeah, it's like a treatment,
Yeah, they should probably start trying to get other people
marketing it.
to sign up. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly. Um, but yeah, yeah. So we'll have to brace ourselves, I guess.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Um, and speaking of Rick, I thought when he was talking to Sonny, and Laura came by to tell Sonny what she had learned about Rocco leaving town, and she stopped to sort of acknowledge Rick and the good things he had
Mm.
done.
Yeah, that was weird.
Um, it was it was
I thought it was
weird, but
weird.
yeah, it was sort of classic Laura. I thought, sort of,
Well, it was just
making
sort of
sure.
random, though.
Yeah, you'd think she would have crossed paths with him before and
Yeah.
said, you know. Um, but I thought you could see in Rick's face how good it felt to be acknowledged for doing something good, and that's probably new terrain for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I also wondered, like, didn't Laura give him a big speech about not dragging Elizabeth into all
Yeah,
his messes?
yeah,
And then here he'd
right,
just gone on
right,
that weekend. So she
yeah,
may not have known that he didn't heed her advice, when
yeah.
she was
Well,
praising him.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. I didn't know if that was a plot point or what. But yeah, I agree. I think Rick sort of is blossoming with this like friendship with his brother and this
mm-hmm,
romance with Elizabeth, and like it's like, when you nurture the good side of this
mm-hmm.
character, you see the
Yeah,
good aspects of him.
yeah, and
And
it's
he
kind
has
of
that
like
hair, his hair is so great.
That's also true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like this Nathan Cassius guy, like, being treated
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
well by people, brought down a side of him that probably would have laid dormant, forever otherwise.
Yeah. I know. So there's hope for you. I feel like if somehow we could get you into.
I did not see that coming.
People
Oh
that would sort of
boy.
nurture your positive qualities.
Oh God,
It's
you're
not me. I
exhausting.
mean, I'm sorry.
Whew, boy, I'm
I'm
gonna need a
just,
nap after this one.
I'm just kidding. Anyway,
Oh boy. Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, so I don't know. I don't didn't wasn't sure where they were going with that, but I felt like, oh, is this important? This weird, moment between Rick
Yeah.
and Laura. It seemed weird. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So we're going a little bit all over the place, but the main sort of thing that was moving through today or Friday's episode was what's going to become of Rocco, who's going to get him out
right.
of town, and uh yeah, I don't think he's going to be a great travel partner for Britt if they do make it out of Port Charles because he seems like a bit of a mess. But
He's kind of a nervous Nelly, yeah, but
yeah, yeah.
and they I don't know, did you like the scenes between them and all the like, there was pretty heavy stuff about watching me die and you know, don't
Well,
like
yeah, I guess I don't know. I was so like sort of on the edge of my seat, like hoping that Cullum didn't show up at the door. It was hard to like
right.
really
Yeah.
enjoy that scene because I was so afraid of who was going to bust in. And of course, it
Yeah.
turned out to be poor Elizabeth.
I
Yeah.
still yeah, he gets locked in the I
Hmm.
still I still find, and I know they just needed to do this for the plot, but I find, like, is Rocco just kind of a little weirdo? This whole obsession with
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
his birthing
The uterus.
situation,
Yes.
the
Yes.
uterus from which he, emerged,
Hmm.
and being so fixated on that. Like, I
Hmm.
kind of get, like, okay, you're misunderstood by everybody in your world, and here's this woman that's like trying to, get you to stay away from her, and so that's attractive right there. But
Hmm. Hmm.
um, just that fixation of like, I just feel like most teenage boys do not want to think about anybody's uterus anyway. Like, I know I don't want to think about uteruses very much.
No, no. Right. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point, Gia. Yeah, I think it has gone on a bit too long, maybe.
I mean, it is cool if he needs to be a little bit of a weirdo character. That's weirdos are cool.
Yeah, and I think
But
he definitely isn't like your typical boy. Um,
yeah,
yeah, he seems like he doesn't sort of have any sort of natural friends. He's just got the people who happen to be around him.
yeah, yeah. But
Um,
and there's a little bit of a Harold and Maude vibe,
mhm.
like
Yeah,
he's a little
yeah.
Heraldy or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
Did you see that movie, or are you just kind
Yes.
of agreeing with me just to?
No, I did. It was like back in college though, so that's a long, long time ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For you,
But
yeah. I'm coming into my own here at the end, right in the home stretch.
I know. Wow, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh, but
Um,
anyway, I feel like we can have some fun, hopefully fun scenes with them on the run. Hopefully, it won't all be just dire and horrible and
yeah,
um.
so you're pretty confident they're gonna make it out of town, huh?
I hope so. Like, I hope we can have
Yeah,
some time with them just being on the run together and,
yeah,
like, they could
yeah.
have some funny stuff happen, I don't know. They'll go
Right.
somewhere
Yeah.
with Bougainvillea, I'm pretty sure of it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that'd be I hope that happens for them. Um there was that part where before they got in the car, Britt called Sonny and mentioned Sidwell had been the one who shot Dalton, which I thought Sonny would have known.
I know, I
Um
thought that yeah, it was like, why did he act like that was such big information? Like, I could see her not knowing that he would have already known that, but didn't they know that? Was like, he's the one blackmailing he and Laura with.
Yeah, right, right. So he must have known that Sidwell at least played a part. Maybe it was the Pascal detail and no, thinking that oh that we could probably crack this Pascal guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd
But
like
yeah,
to
that
have them have Pascal somewhere and be like trying to get information out of him. He would just be
on a
like,
meat hook. Would you like to see
yeah, can you imagine the amount of
fidgeting around on a meat hook?
yeah, and him just with his like fancy French,
Yeah,
accent and,
sputtering.
being
Yeah.
yeah, indignant and,
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
macaron. I will
Oh
never make you
yeah.
macaron again. Um, but
Yeah.
anyway, I thought it was a fun, classic sort of Friday ending with them, like actually out in the like daytime, daylight, getting in a
Yeah.
car.
Yeah. In a parking lot. Yeah.
She only ran over one phone. I hope that's not going to be a problem.
I know that seems significant to me.
It would have been
But
hard to
what?
get them stacked properly to get both.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It just seems like still leaving them in the parking lot isn't a great idea. Um, they could have thrown them in a river or something at least. I mean,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
off the pier. Um, but yeah, because let's say Cullum made it to the phones first. He could see that she called Sunny, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we also had Nathan trying to educate Dante.
Yeah, I
Um,
liked that. I was like, have I not been saying that same thing? Like, what is
yeah,
your plan, Dante? You're so busy
yeah,
being a
yeah. Uh huh.
butthead and shutting everybody else down, but what are you doing? You know? And it was like, oh, okay. Dante finally had like a little light bulb go off. Like, huh, maybe I should have an alternate plan
Well,
other
I
than
thought I
just
give Dante
stopping
points for
Lulu.
saying, what do you think I should do?
Yeah. Okay.
Like he wasn't
Yeah.
all ego and thinking that he couldn't get some advice from this guy.
No, I just hate that sort of patriarchal bullshit when people like over my dead body will you do like that just it
Yeah,
gets my back up, you know.
yeah. But women are allowed to say shit like that.
Did a woman say that?
Well, it seemed like Lulu was acting that way, like she was the one who got to call the shots as far as Rocco. It's my
Um
child and
yeah,
all
I guess so. But kind of knowing that Dante was gonna like play it by the rule book sort of thing. I don't know. I feel like she was
I
just
don't know.
doing what needed to be done.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they didn't. She didn't give him maybe much of a chance to understand sort of the
Is it
seriousness.
because she knew he was gonna be a butthead?
Well, that's the thing. What comes first, the butt head, or the
Yes.
you know?
I don't know. No, I know.
I
You're
don't
making a good point, but it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I just hate that like you won't, somebody just saying I won't allow this, It's like
Yeah,
who made
I
you
well,
who made you king of the world?
yeah, yeah. But also, I hate, and Sonny does this too, when they just say, "Oh, it's my child," like I have to like, and it seems like it makes them deaf to any sort of conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they act like they're being so noble, with their
Right. What they
decisions
do
they
for their
make,
children.
you
Yeah.
know.
That's true.
Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I guess it's not a good look on anybody, really.
No, no, it really isn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, also, what I thought it was a little bit curious that when Laura came upon Lulu and Ethan, she was pretty chilly to Ethan.
Yeah, I wondered about that too, and but I don't recall anything about her relationship with Ethan before. I mean, Ethan was somebody else's child with Luke,
Right, right. But
so is
Laura's
that what?
usually she's so gracious with everybody generally.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But I didn't
so
know like what she and Holly had, in their
right,
past. I mean,
yeah, and
I know
I
I
couldn't.
don't like Holly, so
I know, and
maybe
I don't.
Laura doesn't either.
Right, but does that carry over to Ethan too?
It shouldn't. You're right. It shouldn't.
But I have no recollection of when Laura last interacted with Ethan. Or
Yeah,
maybe
I don't have much memory of Ethan overall.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah.
And I always like it when they say, "Can we have a moment?" and then somebody walks 6 feet away,
Yeah,
and that,
yeah,
you know,
and that constitutes the moment, yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna try that one day.
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. That was that. Oh well, then we had the whole scene with Willow telling Felicia everything she had done for Anna, which we kind of talked
Yeah,
about.
and Felicia just being both Felicia and Laura are completely, like, snowed by Willow now, it seems
Yeah,
like.
they are. I mean,
Yeah.
she's getting earning a lot of capital, I think, with these people. That's going to come in
Yeah,
handy
yeah.
probably for her one of these days.
It might. Yep, yep.
Or there'll just be two more people who are shocked at how
Shocked at about her true,
yeah, her true
what
colors.
she's been up to, yeah.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
speaking of which, I think our grand finale, I don't know if it was our final scene, but we had the two big things at the end, the Britt and Rocco driving off, and then we had the big reveal that Jack is not as locked in as we thought.
Yes, that's
Because
that
he's
is a big reveal, yes.
yeah, speaks to Nina, and then Nina, I mean, this seems
Mhm.
of consequence that she doesn't
Mhm.
like lock him back up. She goes and
Right.
deposits the
Right.
syringe in the Sharpie
Yeah.
thing, whatever you call those little things.
Right.
Which what do they
Yeah.
do with those? Then where do
Well,
those go?
I guess it's just medical waste, so they have to dispose of it in a different way than regular garbage.
Is there like a massive landfill of syringes somewhere? Because that would scare me.
With seagulls just perched
Yeah.
carefully on the needles.
Okay, we can work this landfill today, but you've got to be careful, like
I was told there'd be snacks. Oh, poor fellas. Mm. But yeah,
uh
that's very consequential because
yeah,
well
like
this
are
is
they
where
gonna
I
team up somehow or what?
well, I don't know. And this is where I was starting to wonder like so how long can Jack fake this before like the medical professionals realize that his vitals are strong and everything, you
Right.
know?
When at some point he'll get fed up with the catheter and he'll be like, I am pulling this thing out and just going into the use the bathroom, because who wants that?
Yeah.
Nobody enjoys a
Yeah.
catheter.
Right, right.
So yeah, I don't know. And to what end would like how would Nina and Jack team up? Whose side would they be
Yeah.
on? Who would they be trying to would he be
Yeah.
supporting Willow in any way? Would he have
I
any
don't
reason to?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he has to weigh like where's the biggest threat to him, you know? It's
Because
Sidwell and Cullum.
Nina is not gonna turn on Willow, I don't think.
Right, right, right. But she doesn't really want to hurt anybody.
No, no, but she will if she has to. Um,
I
I just
wonder
don't.
if
I
they
would
could they
go ahead.
somehow hasten his transfer over to Turning Woods and then sort
And
of
then what?
work on
And
it.
then what?
Well, then they could work on a plan.
Yeah, but what would their plan to what? Bring like Willow's plan is to get dirt on Drew so that somehow she can free herself of him forever.
Yeah, and
Um,
they couldn't transfer him now, obviously, I guess, because then he would be getting examined all over again by people, you know,
yeah,
and so yeah, they have to sort of get him someplace safe. Nina would if she's gonna help
yeah.
him.
So I don't know what that partnership is going to be about, but I'm
Yeah,
there for it. I'm
me
down with
too.
it.
I think that could be the most fun we've ever had in Port Charles.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Because that
Maybe.
could be. I mean, maybe we'll bring out a lighter side of him with all of her like Lucille Ball sort of energy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
she'll make him
yeah.
a little goofier.
Right, right. Well, we talked about maybe her spiriting him away to Nixon Falls.
Well, we thought he might wake up as somebody else, but he seems
As
to be Jack still. So
seems to
yeah,
be. That doesn't mean she couldn't convince him to pretend
that
to be
he's a
somebody
cowboy. He
else.
might be a cowboy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he could just be a cowboy, I'll make sure nothing
like
bad
it.
happens.
Yeah, if he could convincingly wake up and pretend to be Eddie Main or whoever, for a while,
That would be fantastic. Yeah.
that would be cover for,
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
Cullum away if he's just acting like some idiotic aging rock star.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to get people to not visit you, either that or
Yeah,
tell them you have a podcast.
right, right.
Right?
Yeah, wear t-shirts like ask me about my podcast and
Yeah.
yeah,
You'll you'll
yeah,
have peace and quiet for the rest of your life.
yeah. What could our Turning Woods t-shirt say? Turning Woods.
We'll have to
Come
work
for
on
the
that.
come for the coma, stay for the I don't know. Stay for the view. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I
But
don't
I
know.
just like the name Turning Woods. It is very peaceful. Turning
It
Woods.
is very
Yeah.
peaceful. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, I think
So
we've dissected this episode pretty ding dang well.
pretty ding dang well. Yeah, and created some nice opportunities, I think. It's too bad that they tape these episodes so far in advance of our podcast because we've got a lot of good suggestions here.
I know. Well, and it's too bad that nobody would actually listen to us and take them.
That's also a problem. Yeah.
They might
Yeah.
they might be foolish if they are listening to us, but
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Mhm. Yeah.
anyway, we had a good time and we hope
Mhm.
you did too.
Yeah, we really hope so. I hope the
Yeah.
sound quality is better this time. Apologize
Yeah,
for
yeah. Yeah,
you know.
so our fearless leader here is trying a new platform, so hopefully this will
Yeah.
cure the problems that we had for the last couple of
Mhm. Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
Good job there. Carry on there, you wayward son.
Thanks, Kansas.
Okay. Is that
All right,
Kansas or
Gia.
Sticks?
Oh, is it sticks?
I don't know.
Hmm. I think it's I think it's
Well,
can. We're gonna have to confirm
I'll
that
go
here.
with you. I mean, you're my elder, so I'm not going to argue with you on that.
It's Kansas. Carrying a wayward son. Yeah.
Oh, you
Sorry
were
about
right.
that.
Okay.
I just had to check. I couldn't not sort that out. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, have a lovely rest of your evening, everyone, and we'll talk in a few days with fresh episodes.
Fresh episodes. Okay. Have a good
All
day.
right.
Night,
All
Gia.
right. We'll see
Okay.
ya. Okay. Get that dog barking.
Okay. I don't know where she is.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.